Thank you very much. So first of all, because I think a lot of you are wondering, I need to get something out of the way first. Yes, Yo Frank is my real name. It happens. I didn't make it up. Deal with it, okay? Also, Frank is my last name. Yo Frank is my full name, okay? So, and I understand your confusion because I lived in California for like 25 years, right? And I meet new people, I introduce myself, they introduce themselves, and they're waiting for me to say my name. Because Yo doesn't sound like a name, it sounds like a greeting in most places. And you would think having a name like this makes it easy for people to remember. Except my last name is Frank, and the moment I mention that, people forget that's my last name. Which is kind of pet peeve of mine. Because unless you're British or Japanese, you don't call people by their last name. And I got so many people not remembering that my first name is Yo. And like every time I put in like any official document, like someone somewhere thinks that, oh, he's Asian, he must have got it wrong. Like one time I actually got an ATM card under Frank Yo. Yeah. And I had to call the customer service because that's not my fucking name. And I told them, hey, you got it backward. And you know what the lady said? Are you sure? Like, the fuck? Look, I know what my name is. I'm Asian, I'm smart. Also, Yo is not short of anything. A lot of people think like especially in America, they think it's like short of like a Yo-Yo Ma or something, or like, a lot of time like a Yoshi, which is very weird to me because if you know Japanese name, you know that Yoshi is already short for some other name. Why would you shorten that? And also, I'm clearly not a green dinosaur, so why would you do that to me? So, and also like, a lot of, and this doesn't happen too many times, but sometimes people ask me how to spell my name. What? And it spelled like how it sounds. Y-O-E-A-U-G-H-X-X-X.
Wow.
Everything after O is silent because I'm a little bit French. And there's 3 X's because I'm sexy like that. I'm fucking with you. It's just Y-O. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, it's a Pride Month, and you know, I miss Pride. I lived in like San Francisco for like 13, 14 years, Bay Area. It's always a good time, right? And like, there's so much creativity and love and freedom. Like, even when you are meeting your ex you had a bad breakup with, you look at her and you both kind of get in the mood, and let's just say we had a very nice afternoon delight. And also there's this one other time I kind of had a hookup and I got to work with then Mayor Gavin Newsom. And let me tell you, there's nothing like having that man's name on your t-shirt that makes girls come talk to you. I never had more women approach me at bars than I did that day. So, you know, thank you, Gavin Newsom, our future president, hopefully. But, well, I love that one. Anyway, you know, the thing is, I never had issue with queerness or homosexuality, and partly I think that's because my Mars and Venus is the same sign, so I don't see much difference in gender thing. But also, it's probably because of where I grew up. My parents were huge hippies. Like, my dad probably did close to 100 hits of LSD, and we had peyote in our house in Japan. Yeah. And my mom's first question after I spent 3 months in California for like English language school was, so have you smoked marijuana yet? Yeah, so they were kind of a Buddhist because they were New Agey, but they were real Buddhist because they went to Guatemala for their training. And their Buddhist monk friend was this guy they met on the street of Berkeley, dancing half naked, drinking this green juice he called superfood. And my dad taught me a lot of interesting things, like Jesus, after he came back from death, he somehow transported to Mexico and came to be known as Quetzalcoatl, which is like a god of light. It's basically like this rainbow serpent thing with feather, Yeah, it's weird. And also when I was 18, he taught me the way to dodge draft like he did by convincing the draft worker he's a Jehovah's Witness. So he told me that you quote from here, here, here on the Bible. So to me, Bible was like this magical book that can support anything you want as long as you know where and how to quote from it. I mean, there's a lot of shit there and a lot of sex and violence. And my grandparents, Japanese grandparents that I grew up with, they were actually big Christians. They helped building church in our hometown. And my grandmother was didn't like me talking to her about Hinduism because she thought it was some kind of upstart cult. And Grandma, it's at least 2,000 years older than Christianity. But the one thing my grandmother didn't do was teach me to hate people because of your Bible or Christianity. So imagine my surprise after high school, I moved to California and meet this girl who maybe went to Fox News later, but crazy Christian-y girl who was kind of into me, and she was weird, but she had pair of these big round eyes. So I was compelled to talk to her, and she tells me evolutionary theory is not real. I heard there's something better, and I'm like, what is this better theory, right? And she's like, I don't know, I don't study that shit. Yeah. And then she proceeds to tell me that Jesus hates gay people and it's in the Bible. See, now, I have been a translator for 15 years, and I know translation is hard. So I kind of looked into it. The original word, what they translated as gay or homosexual, at most it's like a male prostitute or someone who sleeps with minor boys, which is bad news for Backstreet Boys and Pluto and Greek people, but it's not the same fucking thing, right? So, and also Jesus is about love from what I saw. He's look, my grandma on the American side taught me that Jesus was a liberal, not Capricorn, which is fucking believable to me because Capricorn wouldn't go to the temple and get upset that people are making money there. They're gonna make money with the people there. But Libra, we get upset about that shit. And also, he was a Quetzalcoatl, rainbow serpent. Why would he mind about gay people at all? That's the part I really didn't understand. Also, yeah. Anyway, how much time do I have left today? 1 minute. Okay. So, I have one question for you guys. What's my fucking name? Yo! You're goddamn right. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Give it up for Sexual Chicken. Damn, that boy's hot.